Hello everybody, I'm Charlie the Cook Andrews, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a delicious crawfish pasta. Now, crawfish pasta is a New Orleans recipe, originally down here in New Orleans, and I'm going to show you step by step on how to make it. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, this is what all you're going to need to make your crawfish pasta. Let's start over here to the left. You're going to need some parsley. You can either use the fresh store-bought parsley. I could use the parsley in the can there, and you're going to need green onions, crawfish tails. You're going to need Parmesan cheese, Rotini pasta, butter, cream, and your seasonings. Now I'm gonna let you know, we use Creole seasoning down here in the South, so you can also use seasoning. I don't think you should use that, but we use Creole seasoning. You can use Slap Your Mama, or you can use Tony Chachere's, or you can even use Zatarain's Creole seasoning. And back here, of course, you're gonna need a knife and a chopping board to cut up all your seasonings. And there we have it. Chop up your green onions. You're going to chop your parsley. Now you want to use a small itty bitty tiny bit of this. Okay, now that we've added a few cups of water in this pot here, first thing we're going to do is boil our pasta. So we're going to add our Rotini Pasta. I'm going to add the whole thing in there. It's going to get back to boiling in a second. Now some of you don't know how to boil pasta, which I've noticed over the years because I went to several people's parties and everything, and their pasta comes out kind of soggy, so that'll also be included in this tutorial. But with this pasta, what you want to do is you don't want to cook the pasta until it's gummy. You want to cook it until it's just right, not too hard, not too soft, but just right, not all the way done. Okay, so I'll be back to bring this when this comes to. Okay, we've been boiling our pasta for about 6 minutes now. At this point, you want to go ahead and start tasting the pasta little by little every few minutes to taste to see if it is not all the way cooked through. You want to get that consistency that you want. So almost there. It's a little gummy, but it's almost there. I'm gonna give it about another 2 minutes. So that'll be 8 minutes total. Okay, it's been 8 minutes. Let's try and see now. Okay, that's perfect. Like I said, you don't want your pasta to be overcooked. You want to cook it until it's just right. It's going to have a soft texture, and it's going to be a little. You're going to be able to tell that it's not all the way done. So, but the reason why I'm saying this because when you put it in when you strain the pasta, it's going to automatically absorb all of the water, and then when you add it into your cream, it's still going to be absorbing. So you want some of this pasta to absorb some of that cream as well. So we're going to go ahead and strain our pasta. Ooh, excuse that, y'all. Ooh, that's hot. We're going to go ahead and strain our pasta. Alright. What we want to do is we're going to rinse this off with some cold water. Until the pasta is home. And keep rinsing this off until the pasta is cooled all the way down. You might want to get your hand in there a little bit. Make sure you wash your hands, because I know I do. Okay, now that we've drained our pasta and rinsed off until it was cool, now we're going to let it sit for a few minutes so we can make our delicious crawfish pasta sauce. Okay, now it's time to make our sauce. Now we're going to add 2 big old heaping spoons of butter. And we'll get that down until it's melted. Okay, now that we add our butter, now it's time to add our onion, our green onion. Alright. Now this green onion is about a cup to 1.5 cups of green onion. And next we're going to add our parsley. We'll drop it in there. And that was about 1/3 cup, something like that. Okay, and we're going to mix this in for a few minutes. Okay, now that we've let that saute for a few minutes, our parsley and our onion, green onion, we're going to go ahead and add our crawfish tails. It's about 12 ounce, that's 130 grams of crawfish tails. Okay, we're just going to dump that right on in. Go ahead and mix that in. Now at this point you can add seasoning if you like. Give it a little flavor. I'm sorry I'm working with one hand here, so it's a little hard for me to stir. But at this point you can add your seasoning if you want. Get a little bit more butter if you want, anything, you know. And we're going to let this simmer for a few minutes to let it cook a little bit. Okay, we've been letting it simmer for about 4 minutes. Now what you want to do is you're going to add a little bit of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. And you want to add, not too much, but you want to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons. Well, about 3 tablespoons in here. About 3 to 4 tablespoons right in there, and you're going to mix it and put it like this and let it simmer for a few more minutes, about 2 to 3 minutes. We've been letting it simmer for about 2 to 3 extra minutes. We're going to add 2 pints. That's 32 fluid ounces total. 32 fluid ounces total of heavy whipping cream right in there. That's the first pint. And here's the second. Here we're going to mix this in, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring this to a ball. Now I want to caution you, you want to watch this very closely, because when it's boiling, cream tends to bubble and then it rises and it overflows, so you want to watch this very closely. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese in there. Just a little bit, not too much. About that much. We're going to mix that in. Okay, before bringing it to a ball, we let it sit for a few minutes. And what we did was we added a little bit more seasoning. We added a little bit more Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, just a little drop, not too much. Okay, now that we have our sauce boiling, you want to boil it for about 5 to 6, possibly 7 minutes, depending on your stove, on medium-high heat, until the sauce thickens. Now, as you can see, it is bubbling, it is boiling, so you want to bring it, you want to get the sauce to become thick. It's a little thin now, but that'll all change soon. So you're going to boil this for about 5 minutes. Our crawfish pasta sauce has been boiling for a few minutes, and what we've done is we've added a little bit of the Rotini pasta. We added about 1 entire measuring cup of that into here. Okay? But as you can see that we're going to need to add a little bit more. Okay? We've added another 2 cups. We added 2 cups of this in here. 2 cups, meaning that 2 cups. So that's about 4 cups of Rotini pasta in here. And as you can see, it has thickened a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover this, and we're going to let this simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes to let it cook all the way through. Okay? Okay, at this point, you can really bake this pasta. You can either do a stovetop or put it in the oven for a few minutes. If you want to bake it, one thing you do is you get your little glass pan, dog pan, put some butter on the side, and add this mixture in there. You can turn your fire off and just dump this right on in there. Put a little Parmesan cheese on top, put it in the oven for about, I'm going to say about 30 to 40 minutes on 400, and voila. But for now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to let this simmer for about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, we've been letting our crawfish pasta simmer for about 5 minutes, and as you can see, the sauce has totally thickened. And there it is. And there you have it, crawfish pasta. Next up, food presentation. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and here it is, crawfish pasta, made by yours truly, Charlie Andrews, the cook. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything, like, subscribe, etc. And as always, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Peace.